Hey everybody, Nemo60 here. This is going to be my final response to Azap 333. This is not going to be anger-fueled, it is not going to be, hateful, it is not going to be in any sort of character like the Chaos Acolyte, which I did at the end of my commentary. Speaking of which, it is still set to private at this moment in time. However, if Lily Livers says it's okay, then I shall make it public, because I do realise that the information that Azap said was already made public in a few other commentaries and by himself. And I do realise that Lily doesn't seem to have a problem with this, seeing as that she got a very positive reaction rather than a negative reaction which Azap was trying to, get. There shouldn't be any problems, but even so, I would much prefer just to get her permission anyway, because it's her information, it's something about her life, and I don't think it's my duty or my right to say any of this without her permission. Anyway, this is going to be my final alter character response to Azap. Now, you said yourself that what you've done is unforgivable. You don't expect people to forgive you. You understand why people are angry, and you know what you've done is probably one of the most despicable things that anyone can possibly do on this site. And I know you're aware of that. But in all honesty, I don't think saying completely unforgivable is really I don't really quite agree with that statement. What you've done is very hard to forgive, and what is very despicable and will take a long time, if ever, to forgive. But never ever in the whole of my lifespan, I don't think so. That's just not me. That's just not what I'm like, and I don't think that is going to help any sort of situation here. I'm still pretty angry at you for what you've done, and for the utter despicable treatment of Lily Livers when she tried to be your friend, and she did try to listen to you and try to help you when you had your problems, as when you bitched about it, and yet you all threw that all back in your face. And yet I'm still going to show some kind of remorse for you, because quite frankly, I don't really hate you per se. I find it hard to hate anyone, really. I'm just not a hateful person, and unlike what some people may think of you, I don't see you as a horrible monster. No. You just admitting that you are wrong shows to me that you have some common sense. You have some kind of a conscience left in that head of yours. There is some kind of good in there, and to me that just says that you are not a complete monster. But what I do think is that you are a very sick person. Sick in the head. And I'm not trying to say this in a derogatory way, I'm trying to say this in a matter-of-fact way. I honestly think that I don't know very much about mental illnesses, especially not narcissistic personality disorder. But from what I do know, this sounds like something you could very well have. If you let your anger get the better of you, then in future, just internet rants and people saying stuff about you and commenting on the videos, that's going to be pitiful compared to what you can get. That kind of shit can land you in jail, or worse, that could land you dead with some people. I don't think it should do, but unfortunately some people have even shorter tempers and are so violent that if you said something like that to them, they would hurt you. They would seriously hurt you. And this is not a threat, this is not something I would do, but I'm telling you, this is something people will do to you if you are not careful. You have to be very careful with some people. And from what you have shown in your current state, you would just be easily fit into that category of people who, the victims who say something bad and get just badly hurt, if not dead. And really, I can't wish death upon anyone. I know you wish death upon people. I know you have shown such more anger than I would ever desire to have, but I'm just not that kind of person. I do not wish death on you. I do not wish unpleasantries on you, because I can tell that you have already had enough just through the commentaries, and I think it's done its job. I think these commentaries have really shown you the error of your ways. At least I hope so. Perhaps I'm just wishful thinking here. Perhaps you're just putting up another act, I don't know. But I would rather believe that you really do see where you went wrong and are just smacking your head right now and wonder why the fuck you ever decided to do what you did. And I can't say why you did. But my recommendation is, seriously, dude, get help. See a psychiatrist or a psychologist or somebody. Research these mental conditions and see if you may have one of them, because like I said, if you have this and you're unaware of it, and you could one day get yourself hurt, and really I would prefer you alive to make up for the sins and to make up for the wrong you have done, rather than see you dead and never able to redeem yourself and never ever be able to make up or show that you know, are truly sorry. I don't believe in any particular gods as such, and I don't know if you follow any religion, but if I were you, if you do, I would suggest that you do show to your deity or whatever that you really are sorry. You really are someone who can change and make up for your mistakes. So yeah, I don't really have a lot more to say here. So please do us a favour, get off YouTube and off the internet for a while at least, and get help. Seriously, look at yourself, look up for possible condition and help yourself get better. That way you can have a better life and you can make up for the wrongs you have done by helping others and make a general contribution to society and the world in general. Help the human race be a better thing, and you know, just get a decent job, have a decent life, and have a decent family, and just, you know, realise when you've gone wrong. We all make mistakes, I know that. Some more than others, and you know, some bigger than others. I've made mistakes, and some some more forgivable than others. I'm not going to say exactly what, but because that's pointless details. But either way, as I said before, I'd rather you be alive and well and having a happy life to make up for what you have done, rather than to see you dead and never able to repent for any wrongdoings that you have committed. This is 9XO, and I shall see you all on the dark side of the moon. Off and away.